Hello and welcome to Malleny Park for the final of the Tennent's Men's Premiership 2021-2022. It's a battle of the East versus the West here today as Currie Chieftains take on Marr. Currie came out on top the last time these two met, but can Marr turn the tide and win their first ever Premiership title? Here's a review of both their seasons. Currie did not start the season as they would have hoped. A loss at Malleny Park in the opening weekend was a small blip in what was a dominating season. The next 18 games saw 18 wins, including 3 clean sheets and only 7 points dropped all year. They brushed off the ghosts of semi-finals past last week as they pushed past Edinburgh Accies in a capital derby to seal not only a place in the final, but also having it at Malleny Park. Marr have also been flying high in this year's Premiership. Having topped the table in the season that wasn't to be, they haven't left the top 3 of the table all year. They just scraped past Hawick at Fullerton Park last week to book their place as they seek their first ever Premiership title. So a tight game expected here today. The last time that these two sides faced was back in November, where Currie came out on top 34-26 at Fullerton. But who is going to take home the championship today? Before the game we spoke to Marr's head coach Craig Redpath and Currie's director of rugby Sean Scott.
So Craig, you had a really close game against Hawick in the semi-finals. What are some of the positives that you guys can take away from that, and what are you looking to build from it for today's final?
Oh, we took a lot out of the game because it was a very physical game, and both defences were pretty much on top. So we're happy with the defensive structures and everything else. We had a number of opportunities in the second half. We didn't take them, and if we wish to win today, we'll need to take them. But all in all, look, we're just delighted with the win and to actually be in the final. That's the most important thing. You know, at the end of the day, you can play as well as you want in the semi, but it's now down to today.
And this is the first time that Marr have made it to the final of the Tennent's Premiership, and the club's really enjoyed an exciting journey in the last 14 years to get here. So at this point, how much does that mean to you and the team to be here today?
It's unbelievable for the club, team, and our supporters, everybody, because obviously 14 years ago, I joined 13 years ago, so from there, from being in, I think it was West 2 or whatever it was we were in, we're a community-based club, and it means everything to everybody. It's not just the players, it's to the place of Troon as well. So it's amazing to actually think us being in the Premiership final. It's pretty unbelievable for the majority of people. But over the last 5-6 years, we've embedded a lot of our older players are still with us, and we've got some younger players coming in now. So now we're just delighted to hear, and hopefully we can do well and make a good account of ourselves.
So, Sean, it's been a really exciting season for you guys. You're on a bit of a winning streak with 18 wins on the bounce. So, how much confidence can the team take in to today's final?
Oh, a massive amount of confidence, obviously, but I think it's appropriate for me to first say that I don't want to stand here and take any credit for where we are. Mark Cairns and Ali Donaldson, unfortunately, have picked up that dreaded C and can't be with us today, so we're devastated for them, to be quite frank. But they've got a huge amount of trust in the players, so it's very much a player-led day. But it's been like that through the season because their coaching style, gives the players that confidence and that responsibility to work out problems for themselves, and are guided obviously ably by Mark and Ali. So we're disappointed they're not here, but yeah, I mean, 18 wins in the bounce for any team gives you a lot of confidence, and deservedly they're in the final, but they're up against an excellent Marr team who beat an excellent Hawick team last week in the semi-final to be here. So we have absolutely no doubt today will be a big challenge, but at home, Malleny, there's a massive crowd already starting to trickle in. It's a great day. There's no wind at the moment, so it's a great platform to, I think, showcase which is a really, really good product, which is Premiership rugby in Scotland.
And it's obviously been a while since Currie have lifted the Premiership trophy, so what would it mean for the club to do that again and do it here at Malleny Park?
For any club, it's the ultimate, isn't it? So yeah, 2010 was the last time. We've been close on a number of occasions getting to semi-finals, but this player group, I think, has peaked at the right time. So as I say, we're here on merit, but we've got another 80 minutes to overcome. But the Malleny faithful have been looking forward to a day like this for a long time. So we're going to enjoy it. Whatever happens, we're going to enjoy it.
So without further ado, let's get to the action. Your commentators for this one are Stuart McFarlane and Dale Clancy.
Yes, good afternoon and welcome along to Malleny Park for this Tennent's Premiership final between the Currie Chieftains and Marr Rugby. Marr, the first team out of the dressing room, of course occupying the visitor dressing room this afternoon, and there they are in the huddle as we welcome onto the pitch the Currie Chieftains. A real raucous support just alongside us, and a side formed 52 years ago, twice winners of the top flight rugby title in Scotland, are welcomed onto the field of play by a very vocal support led on by Fergus Scott. Chance to have a quick look at the team selections then this afternoon. The home side, of course, Currie in their gold and yellow. There's the team this afternoon. Paddy Bonner at scrum half, of course, is a former Scotland club internationalist, former Glasgow Hawks player, played against England counties back in 2016. Charlie Brett is sitting at fullback. It's a big afternoon for Sam Leto as well, because he's in for the injured Gregor Hunter, and of course illness has forced Jamie Forbes out of the squad. And Marr this afternoon then, well, two of their try scorers last weekend are back in the starting 15. Scott Bickerstaff and Ben Johnston scored tries against Hawick in their semi-final. Of course, Scott Bickerstaff's younger brother Connor is the injured club captain. He's with the squad this afternoon. The side will be skippered by Fraser Grant, the second row forward. And of course last weekend was a big afternoon for Angus Johnston, making his 100th appearance for Marr. The referee is Ross Maven. He signalled for the start of the match, and immediately an early carry there for Blair Jardine as Marr have conceded the opening penalty, looking to exit up towards the 10-metre line. Jardine, the ball carrier, Dale Clancy, an immediate opportunity for Currie to start off on the front foot. Yeah, it's cup rugby, so points make prizes, and I would see no surprise in them going for the sticks, but this is going to be a huge kick for Leto. David Andrew wins the ball in that line out. And again, you can see they're trying to structure a purposeful maul up to within 5 metres of the line. Marr's forwards, of course, this afternoon, including Sweet, Jardine and Miller in the front row. Andrew and Grant as the second row forwards, and the twins Angus and Ben Johnston alongside Robert Brown in the back row, and the carry with purpose over the line they go. And what a response from Marr, a side who lost 2 times against Currie in the regulation season, having conceded on the Currie pitch here at Balerno inside the opening 2 minutes of the contest, and they hit back with a wonderful try. And again, I think it's a classic case of the hooker Blair Jardine being in the right position just to finish this off. We'll get another view of it, Dale. Are looking to try and really put their name on the map in terms of Scottish club rugby in this new era, and definitely this is exactly what you want in Scottish club rugby. Baird able to feed the ball into the scrum. Johnston was trying to dig that out. Referee awarding a further penalty to the home side, Currie. To the 22, and a chance now for Sam Leto. Almost silence around Malleny Park. This corner of Balerno packed with supporters from both sides. Leto, that's a clean strike. That's a further 3 points for Currie. They're back in business, just a point behind. Pick and go once more. Looking to drive their way up towards that line. Bright sunshine at Malleny Park. They crashed over from close range with their hooker scoring the opening try in the contest. And they're primed and ready once more. They're over the line. The referee squatting down there.
Hands up, Currie!
Jockeying for position. Ross Maven. Marr camped on the line. Another pick and go. Maven squats down. Ingles just obscuring our view of the match official at the moment. And now he raises the arm, and Marr celebrate, and their forwards come good again. Another try for Marr's forwards. 17 minutes on the clock. I think Robert Brown is going to be the player that will receive the congratulations and may well have got the final touch. Yeah, Marr looks really, really dangerous with ball in hand, as we can see them just inches away from the line. And the body's huddled in there. They know what they want to do, and it was actually, I think it was Brandon Sweet, the number 1, who actually got the try in the end. But Marr look really dangerous. They look composed with ball in hand, and they certainly are rising to the occasion. Throw in now, important one for Ryan Stewart. knows they're very much on the attack. Good win in the middle of the line, and suddenly they've got a bit of pace and drive on here, occupying a position deep inside the 22, looking to recycle forwards as a collective. DJ Ennis right in the mix as well, looking to hit back as Marr leading by 14 points to 6 inside the final 10 minutes of the first half. Disciplined Marr defence, but pick and drive as Currie will be looking for here. Perhaps using the back, but over the top they go. They don't require the back. It was a forwards effort. The replacements have come good as well, Dale, because just off the bench, Cian Ramsey is the man who's got Currie's first try in this final, and that brings them back to within 3 points with the conversion to come. Yeah, the clock shows the 40. Sturgeon then, ball on the tee from close range, adds a further 3 points. Marr take a 4-point lead into the interval then. They're 17 points to 13 in front. Baird into the scrum. Studs, the number 8, digging in. On now towards Bickerstaff, again up towards that line, flattened 2 metres short of the line. Reinforcements coming in. Baird has a goal for space. They're over for a score. Marr, despite the efforts of Joe Reynolds, their forwards coming good once again. And it could well have been Fraser Grant who scored the try. Grant, who skippers the side, who joined back in 2010, just peeled away from the Currie defence. We get to see this one once more time. Sturgeon was also there, primed and ready. Throw in. Marr hands up there, back with Currie. Fergus Scott almost taking his eyes off it, but securing the handling in the end. Boyer once again on towards his hard-working hooker, Ryan Stewart, and out towards the lock forwards that are carrying with a bit of purpose. Boyer again looking to reset on towards Leto, and they found a gap this time, and for the third time I'm asking, we are not to be denied. Reynolds it is who breaks through the Marr defence, and Currie come good with 8.5 minutes of the contest left to play. Marr's defence just opened up for the first time in the second half.
What a line he run there when Currie need to get the ball quick away from the breakdown in the hands of Leto, and you can just see that acute line from Reynolds just bouncing in, bouncing off his left foot, and then Baird trying to cover the fullback position, just not able to get across quick enough. And that is what Reynolds brings you from the 13. He's maybe not lightning quick, but his angles of running, his vision off the ball is superb.
Ennis just securing possession there as once more Currie's defence under a little bit of pressure, perhaps just maybe switching off a little bit now. They're wrapped up right on their own try line, and again you can see the determination there of Gregor Paxton, just trying to ensure that Currie have nowhere to go. So they're back along their own line just at the moment. Reynolds, he's knocked it on, it's a terrible mistake. Reynolds with the handling error, and Marr from out of absolutely nothing may well have won the final.
That is unbelievable in such a tense situation. I thought there was an advantage coming from. I thought I heard Ross Maven saying that there was an advantage, but how good was that from Sturgeon? Just awareness to just put a little bit of pressure on, but just trying to see who the player was. Was that Reynolds? That's a
the end as Currie once more looking to work up towards the halfway line. Recycled ball once again. Reinforcements on for Currie in the form of Camille Essers. Again they opt to kick into that 22. It opens up for the right winger, and it's Ryan Daly this time who finishes things off, and they will very quickly get back towards halfway. Is that going to be too little too late? It was on that right wing. They need the extra points here. Reynolds is already in position. It was a bit of a hopeful kick downfield, but you can see the effort made, the chase on there from McCaig. Frustration on the Currie support now as the ball is planted back once more and picked up again. They're trying to bring the likes of Gordon Reid, very much a central figure in the contest. He's been on since the 55th minute of the final. Marr supporters try and drive them over. They're still camped. They're still in position. And they've driven over, and the people forwards Leave it. Leave it. Leave it. The icing on the cake, and that is assurance now that the final, the trophy, will be on its way to Fullerton Park and to Troon, and the Marr players on the touchline ready to celebrate. What an afternoon they've had. 5 tries scored. The forwards have been right in the thick of the action.
Craig Miller just showing great awareness yet again, and Marr have flexed their muscles all afternoon up front.
Just wide of their tries. The referee whistles for the end of the game, and the 2nd of April 2022 is Marr's Day. The Premiership champions, Tennent's Premiership champions. They've climbed Rugby's Club Everest, and they're on top of the pile this evening, and how they will celebrate. Yeah, they were National 1 champions in 2017 and 2019, Shield winners in 2013. But they'll get the big prize in just a couple of minutes, and all credit to the Currie Chieftains support. They've been very vocal all afternoon. They've stayed in substantial numbers to applaud the efforts of the team this afternoon as they receive the runners-up medals. Of course, Currie themselves have enjoyed fine winning afternoons and lifting that trophy on 2 occasions in 2007 and 10. And you fancy that a lot of accolades and a lot of congratulations will go the way of their head coach, and rightly so. I mean, the plaudits will go the way of Craig Redpath, because he has been instrumental in promotion and polishing up this side, ensuring that, as you mentioned, in the season that was cut short because of COVID in 2020, that they were top of the tree. And despite the disappointment of 2 defeats earlier in the season to Currie, when it mattered this afternoon, when the trophy was up for grabs, they found a way to win. Yeah, definitely. It should experience beyond their years. They're not one-hit wonders by any stretch of the imagination. They have been building and building and building. And credit to the coaching team at Marr at Fullerton Park for getting them in this position. But Fraser Grant's going to just going to be part of a moment he'll never ever forget. Cullen Rugby hands the trophy to the Marr players. Their captain raises the trophy aloft. Fraser Grant and Marr celebrate. The lid goes flying. It's been collected. No damage done. And Marr are in celebratory mood, and no wonder. The side that were top of the tree in 2020 when COVID interrupted that season and ultimately ended the season prematurely, they've come good in the end, and they're the latest team to add their name to an illustrious list of sides and of captains and of players that have lifted the trophy, that have won this particular title, that will have a winner's medal at home to look back on. And as we mentioned at the conclusion, the 2nd of April 2022 will be a day that Troon and everyone associated with Marr will remember for a very long time indeed.
Listen, Fraser, congratulations. You've just lifted the Premiership trophy. You spoke on the Scottish Rugby podcast this week saying that Marr's rise into the Premiership has felt like a bit of a fairy tale. Does this now feel like you're happily ever after?
Aye. There's no other way to describe it. I can't actually describe how this feels. As I said, we started in West 2 and now we've just won the Premiership. Like, I don't actually know how to react. I'm happy, but I'm also like, what? Jeez, wow. But yeah, it's awesome. And I thought the boys were just unbelievable today. See that last 5 minutes? I was just so proud of everyone. And it's a great game. It's always a great game against Currie. It was just today was just our day, I suppose, eh?
I mean, you dug really deep and you did so well to defend. There were a few times where it looked like Currie were in for a tie, but your defence was absolutely solid. Yeah, I think it's just a big game feeling. You're just like so much desire to win, and more of a we just can't lose. Like we got here. It's like we kind of not had a bit of an up and down season, and then it just got to this point. And we thought, nah, we're so proud of ourselves, and I just. As I said, I'm more a bit shocked at the moment. It's amazing. What a feeling. And you scored the opening try for the second half, so how was that for you? I don't know. It just happened and I was like, oh, I've scored, you know? And I think that actually maybe brought us up a wee bit, and hopefully with that try it kind of lifted us again, and we just seemed to have a good bit of energy after that. And I mean, don't get me wrong, I mean, you're always going to get onslaughts from Currie, but I thought our defence, as you said, our defence was good, but our attack, we really wanted to attack as well, which is good. And it's in games like this, you could just see a team just kicking on. We were like, let's play, you know, and I think that kind of
What a feeling to go in the Premiership final, I'm not going to lie. It feels amazing.
Luke, Fergus, commiserations. Obviously the result didn't go the way you wanted today, but how proud must you be of the boys for what they have achieved to get to this final?
Yeah, I'm immensely proud of the boys. It was, we finished top of the regular season, and unfortunately we haven't won this one-off game today, and it's a really hard one to take, but I think Marr deserved it on the whole. I think they were more accurate, and they were always kind of ahead, but when we did manage to claw our way back in, we just let them off the hook straight back with easy scores, and I'm so proud of the boys though. We've come on massively this season, and we've been really consistent, and I couldn't be more proud.
Brilliant. And in terms of what's next, I guess you'll be looking to join onto the Sevens circuit this summer?
Yeah, I mean, I think we'll still enjoy tonight and just celebrate. Both teams, our A's and our ones, have had a really good season, and our Colts won today, and success throughout the whole club. So we'll enjoy tonight, and then we'll regroup, and we'll bounce back next season. But yeah, a bit of sevens as well. So yeah.
Excellent. Well, listen.
So what an absolutely epic Tennent's Premiership final. Congratulations to Marr and commiserations to Currie. As you can see, the partying right now behind us has started and will probably go all the way into the night in Troon. Don't forget that we will still have coverage from our National 1, 2 and 3 league games coming up very, very shortly. We'll see you all next season, and once again, congratulations to Marr.